Hello, and welcome back to a most dire situation involving two peoples, of which one is getting threatened to be murdered if she leaves her room, and the other is, doing the threatening. So that's awesome. I love prearranged marriages like this one. Really goes to show the love and compassion between two people. This is awesome. This is a great situation we're in. All right, let's get to it. I'll kill you. Why? Why will you not listen to me? Jacopo, the master of the house, likely loved the white-haired girl. That is what I saw in their exchange, did you? Is that... Normally, love is supposed to be a sweet, warm, wonderful emotion. It makes you care for, value that person even more than yourself. But it was the exact opposite for him. I never knew that love could be such a painful thing. How did his love end up so twisted? What did he expect to happen by confining and abusing the woman he loved? Perhaps he was conscious of that. To be human is to sometimes find oneself driven by uncontrollable internal impulses. Ah, yes, the uncontrollable internal impulse of imprisoning someone else. A few days later, Jacopo dragged the white-haired girl from her chamber and led her outside. The garden she had once loved was now a thing of the past. It had become a dreary space, nary a rose in sight, and being taken there did nothing to improve her mood, only sadden her further. Wow, I wonder why. The cold, gray piles of metal freckling the barren earth seemed to mock her. Her husband led her, the lady of the house, to a shed that had been repurposed into a Spartan living area. There were 300 of them, in fact. She begged and pleaded, but Jacopo would not have it. He shoved her into the sad little shack and locked the door. Jeez. It's pretty sad. Truly, this is this is a love story for the ages. How captivating. Surely this will not end in tragedy. There's one book. What was it called? Shoot. It's a very old book. Basically, a wife gets locked up in a room, and the wall, she goes insane pretty much. I forget what it's called though. I always forget the name of the thing I'm talking about, even with words. I have the definition in mind, but not the actual word. Doesn't come to mind. That's the same here. Whatever. Anyways, it's like that book. She starts seeing things on the wallpaper just start to do weird stuff. We might be in a little bit of trouble. How did things end up this way? Why? All I wanted was to go back to the way things used to be. For us to be able to smile around each other. Did y'all ever smile around each other? It had been several days since Jacopo had locked her in the shed, and her day-to-day life was only growing more arduous. She was under constant surveillance. The door was only unlocked to deliver her meals 3 times a day. And despite what an unfortunate situation their employer's wife found herself in, the maids chattered and gossiped and giggled freely. Not even in the shadows, out of her presence, the tactless young maidservants whispered directly to the white-haired girl when they brought her meals. "Look at you, madam, caged away like a cattle." I could almost hear the sound of cracks forming in her heart. I imagined she had gotten to the point where she was having difficulty merely holding herself together. What could give you that idea? She had done nothing wrong, and yet she was forced to live this life of insults and mockery. Of ridicule. None of the maids had any concern about the situation in the slightest. The only reason her tenuously held together spirit did not completely shatter was because she still had her one and only ally, the floor. The maid Maria volunteered to attend to the white-haired girl. Maria took over the duty of delivering her 3 meals, meaning the other maids stopped coming by. Oh yeah, I guess we already saw that scene with Maria and Jacopo. I think I mentioned it at the start of the last episode. Yeah, no, I'm remembering it now. That did happen. And that relieved the white-haired girl's mental and emotional stress considerably. Maria became her sole conversation partner, her sole companion. She did not leave as soon as meals were finished, instead remaining in the shed with the white-haired girl for some time. So, how's the weather? So, madam, how about a funny story? I flubbed up pretty hard the other day. Want to hear about that? So, a cup doesn't even need affirmation, just goes right in. So, a couple days back, I didn't even get enough sleep the previous night, right? I'm helping out in the kitchen, half awake, plating up some food. And when I go to bring it out to the guests, my heart about leaps out of my mouth. Guess why? What I thought was a plate was actually an ashtray. Ha ha ha. Did you find it funny? Man, I was sweating like a pig. The guests didn't seem to notice, but the other maids were pale as ghosts the entire time. Just about everyone had themselves a case of the vapors. I got quite the tongue lashing at cleanup. Pretty funny, huh? Oh, did you? Sounds like it was a pretty bad. This is just the one meme where it's like, oh, the one person's like, yeah, I've got all these problems. There's like a single little knife sticking out in their hand or their back, and then the other person's like, yeah, it must be pretty rough, and there's just like actually 20 knives in their back. I like that meme a lot. Yeah. Hey, madam, why don't you listen to my sob stories? I know there's not much point in telling you to cheer up right now, but I'm sure he won't keep you locked up forever. You know, you could always we could escape. Just leave and never come back. He's just a bit crabby for now. It'll be alright. Although, I guess this is a bit drastic for a temper tantrum. Just a bit. Teensy little pinch of drastic. I'm sorry, madam. If only I had pushed him a bit harder. If only I had a little more influence, he might not be in this situation. I thought I could be of some help, but I guess I'm not doing a great job of that. Of course not, Maria. You absolutely are. You are the fucking worst, Maria. Just your being here takes a great weight off my shoulders. Still, though, I feel so worthless. Because I'm just a maid, I can't set you free. It's okay. I am used to being imprisoned. What? What do you mean you're used to it? He never locked your door before. Ah, you're right. I am not sure why, but I feel as though I have been in a similar predicament before, lacking freedom and contact with others for a long stretch of time. That one time I was blind for no reason. Apparently, no, there's probably a reason. Shouldn't make that joke, because it seems like this story is definitely going for some sort of long-term goal here. I'm sure it's simply the exhaustion getting to you, madam. No one should ever be used to living like this. Yes, I agree. And I pray things go back to the way they were soon. Has getting mad at him never crossed your mind? Getting mad? Yeah, you know, when he yells, you yell back. Let him know he's in the wrong. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work if he's already like pulling at her hair and stuff. I'm sure he's not going to be prone to just completely lash out and hurt her. This is excellent advice, Maria. Never consider doing that? I guess you're not one to get angry, madam. which would mean you're a better fit for the Holy Mother than me. Oh no. I do sometimes want to get angry. To tell you the truth, it's almost always going through my mind how, if I did raise my voice, perhaps he would listen to what I have to say. But when I'm standing there in front of him, and I realize that he's just like me, trying to make history, and he starts shouting at me, I freeze up and end up not saying a word. I'm just such a pitiful woman. Everything about me. When I need to speak up most, to stand up for myself, I cannot. Oh, don't look so down. That's not a bad thing. It's just got you in a little bit of a pickle right now. But I'll clear everything up with him. You hear me? I did it last time, right? In my mind, your modesty is a virtue. And the more I think about it, I can't even imagine you screaming. Literally impossible to imagine you. Furrowed eyebrows and mouth open with loud sounds coming from it. Just impossible to put the three things together. I like you better the way you are, reserved and ladylike. You can leave all the yelling to me. I'll do whatever I can to help you, madam. just start screeching. Were you able to clear up his confusion about the night when we were dancing? Oh, about that. Sorry, he just wouldn't hear it. I see. But I'm not throwing in the towel. I'll keep trying as long as it takes. So... Say, Maria, could I perhaps ask another favor? Huh? Yeah, sure, let me have it. I would like to write him a letter. A letter? To someone who lives in the same house? Yes. As things stand, I cannot simply go visit him on a whim. And I feel as though I could calmly express on paper things I am unable to say to him face to face. I suspect I might have more luck that way. I also believe he would be more likely to maintain his composure reading my thoughts in a letter than hearing them from my mouth. With it, I can clear up all the confusion, and things can go back to the way they were. A letter, huh? Interesting. I'll write the letter, which I would like you to deliver to him. May I ask that of you? Absolutely. Not a problem. Thank you, Maria. You are the only person I can count on, and I mean that. What the fuck did you just say to her? She's the only person you can count on? I'll show you. Why? How did this happen? Why would she betray me? I wanted to give her a decently happy life. I didn't want to get violent with her. But I just had to. I had to pull her hair and probably do other things that the game didn't show. When I saw her face, when I heard what she had to say, I couldn't restrain myself. I couldn't bear it to listen to someone else and their point of view. I guess what it comes down to is that no matter how you dress it up, I am still a Bezzati. There was never any way for this bloodline to give that girl happiness. Gosh dang it. Why am I fretting over this nonsense? And I'm supposed to be the future head? Ha! An illusion. But they're dancing, they really are. They look like they're having a wonderful time. No, you idiot. It's like a flashback to every moment in time where he's just bashing her over the head. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. I cannot see it as anything but two tiny people dancing. Also, wait, if you look under the text bar, holy... Damn, he's got big hands compared to hers. What is going on here? Why does she have, like, baby hands? How's she supposed to do anything with those? Can't even, like, cover up one eye with that. Anyways. Next time on Hooky Hours, it's around the 15-minute mark. We'll discuss hands in detail next time on Hooky Hour. Are you excited? Bye!